one started, and we are underway here on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And he works. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Murray now to throw. Rolling to his right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave him a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Darrell Taylor
in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but now it's third down. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. And Daniels has it, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Murray a give. This is Conner.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, Conner. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Conner is in. Touchdown, Arizona. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On first down, Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. 2nd down and 5.
To throw is Wilson.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. And he finds Penny. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
All right, trying a 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They start with a give to Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's a handoff to Connor. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
For DK Metcalf, we know all about that sprinter speed that he has. It was definitely on display there as he's able to pick up good yardage after the catch.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Let's go, baby.
There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A carry here for the big tight end. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again is Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. Third down here.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. Edmonds a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Cardinals! Chase Edmonds, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once. where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
He'll get this out wide to Penny.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
He's at the 30, 10. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Now, boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And Myers able to knock it through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
A final shot before half for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Come on, man. Let's go.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
5 yards remain on second down. They'll run here with Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On second down now. It's Connor, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now a give to Edmonds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield. Being chased out left.
That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead will swell by one more. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
DK Metcalf and the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
What did they call that on?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Penny.
All you got to do is
a gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Give the credit there to Jordan Phillips, getting in the backfield for the tackle for loss.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Connor. A 1st down for Connor and then some. Always got some breathing room. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. 165 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Cardinals add on. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now Wilson on 1st down. That completes it again to Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 38, Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Seahawks on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Penny is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point up and through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. 177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I'm going back to you.
Here's Connor. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And some room to roam now. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
You talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him, so a really good play call. against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
They'll run here with Connor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run on first down, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games. Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught by Sims. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Gonna save the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he's got some space here. And down to the 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Prater on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing is Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in this. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Back to throw it, Murray. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not